We're going to take a little closer look at the context sensitive menu. So we looked earlier at the basic operations of the context sensitive menu. So let's have a look and see what else we can do with the menu. When we pick objects, as we've seen, we can select single ones, we can select multiple ones, which will give us access then to more tools within our context sensitive menu. If we go to object properties, it tells us here we have 12 objects selected, and that's reflected down here too. So back to the object properties, which we've got on a flyout, we can see that the pen colour varies. We could elect to change everything to a particular pen colour. We have particular line style, line width. We have different layers. We could choose to put everything onto a specific layer, for instance. So come up and put everything on general working. So now everything will be on that one particular layer. We can select just particular types of object with the object properties. So I could select circles, and I could choose to change those to a white line, and then having returned to the drawing area, we can see that they've changed. We can choose text. We can move the text just by indicating the grip, or if we right click for the context sensitive menu, we have the edit option. So this is multi-line text, so it says we can change the properties of it, so we could make it larger. And see we've now got our text different to the one underneath. We can pick objects and choose to scale them. If you say scale, we can enter a scaling factor. A particular factor, 0.5, 1, 2, 1 would be unity, so it would be the same, 10 times as big, 20 times as big, or we can select 0. So just press return on the keyboard, enter, and we are asked for the point about which we would like to scale. If we choose auto snap, we can pick the center, we can pick a point as a handle and make it any size we like. If we right click once again, we could choose to rotate it. We could pick 0 for dynamic once again, or put in a specific angle. We can pick a rotation point, a point as a handle once again, and then line it through wherever we would like to go. Press escape, and we've deselected our particular object or group of objects, because it can apply to groups of objects equally well. If we return to our context sensitive menu, we notice that we have the ability to explode or edit the block, or edit as a new block. Again, things that we can do from the context sensitive menu, and I think we will take a look at those in another tutorial. We can mirror, again we can rotate and copy, and we can make objects into groups, as we've seen before. Press escape, and that's deselected our objects. If we select an object or groups of objects, we can elect to move it. So rather than picking it up by the node point, we could say we want to move the object, right click once again, and we have options for rotating, scaling and mirroring as an interrupt to the program or to the command, and we see that we have these reflected up here if you needed to get at them. But we could say let's rotate it 45 degrees in a clockwise direction, and we also have an align function too. So there we have our now rotated block in this particular case. So that's another little look at the context sensitive menu. There are other things, but we'll deal with those in another tutorial.